Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel, Magnetize Official. As I start recording and tune into your energy, I notice the sun breaking through the clouds outside my window. My guides are telling me that this is a reflection of your impact on the collective consciousness, the people around you. You're like that sunlight piercing through the clouds, breaking through long-held limiting beliefs and thought patterns that have kept people stuck in a mentality of lack, sometimes for generations. For many of you, these limiting beliefs may have been passed down through your family, beliefs about the body, time, age, money, success, or work. Whatever these beliefs are, I wanted to begin with this message because it's important for you to know that the inner work you're doing in private is having a ripple effect. You're bringing light not just to yourself, but also to others. Now, I'm going to shuffle the energy oracle cards and dive into our collective reading for today. As I connect with these energies, if you're seeking a specific message from this reading, make sure to listen all the way through. By liking, sharing, and subscribing, you're helping me tune into my energy more effectively, which allows me to offer you more personalized insights. With that in mind, I want to remind you that I channel various people, situations, and connections, so it's important to take only what resonates with you personally. Right away, I heard an L name, specifically the name Layla, which might connect with someone out there. I'm also seeing the Healer of the Ages card in reverse. This card shows a masculine figure, and just to clarify, when I talk about masculine and feminine energies in these readings, I'm not referring to any specific gender. These labels are meant to describe energy dynamics within the self. So, when I mention these energies, they could be reflecting your internal masculine or feminine sides. They might also relate to an external situation, a connection, an environment, or even a person from your past. Trust your intuition. My goal with these readings is to help you tap into what your intuition already knows. If something doesn't resonate, feel free to leave it behind. But right away, I'm sensing a restless energy from a masculine figure who is deep in contemplation and in the process of healing. I'll dive into more details, but the word contemplating really stood out to me. With the Daughter Value card in the upright position, I feel this card reflects how this person sees you, especially if you resonate as a divine feminine. I know many of you who connect with these readings are divine feminines, though of course, we also have many wonderful divine masculines here as well. But for those of you who are divine feminines, I'm picking up a strong message. There's a masculine energy who is deeply contemplating and feeling quite restless. I sense a lot of tension around the throat and upper back, which indicates there's something going on with his throat and heart chakras. It seems like he's experiencing mental tension when it comes to expressing his feelings or communicating with you. This might be someone you're not currently in contact with. The name Victoria came to mind, which could also be a location or just a connection to the letter V in someone's name. On the other hand, with the Thinking Woman card upright, I sense a divine feminine who is actively working on opening her throat chakra and is on a journey of continuous learning. I keep hearing the word expert, like you, divine feminine, are either becoming or already are an expert in something you're really passionate about. My guides are showing me that in the upcoming year, you might dedicate more time to mastering a specific practice or skill that excites you. This is something you're meant to share with the world, and this combined energy of your throat chakra and the Thinking Woman card emphasizes your path toward becoming more of an expert in this area. I'm also hearing spiritual wisdom coming through strongly for the divine feminine here. You've carried a deep level of spiritual knowledge and awareness for a long time. Actually, this is something your soul has brought into this incarnation. You've always been someone who thinks deeply about life, relationships, and the world around you. The word poetic comes to mind. Maybe someone here is a poet, or perhaps you just have a poetic nature. I'm picking up on someone who, even as a child, might have been labelled an overthinker by those around them. You think deeply, and you feel deeply, and this combination might have been misunderstood or even criticised by others. People operating at a lower level of consciousness often struggle to comprehend the depth of someone like you. I feel like you've encountered people who didn't understand why you think or feel so intensely, but that's always been a reflection of your highly spiritual nature. Now, you're learning how to channel that deep spirituality into something tangible and visible in the world, perhaps a project, a practice, or something you're creating. The masculine energy we're tuning into can sense this shift within you. They're feeling a strong magnetic pull and are deeply curious about what you're up to, even if you're not directly communicating or sharing on social media. They might not fully understand what's happening, but they can sense that you're up to something significant. Because we're all energetically connected. Anyone you've ever interacted with, especially those you've had deep connections with in this life or even in past lives, can feel these shifts. When you turn inward, focusing on self-mastery and possibly mastering a physical endeavour like a creative project or your work, those connected to you energetically are drawn to that change. It feels like you and this masculine energy are in very different places right now. In the past, your paths might have been more aligned, whether in the physical world, in your beliefs, ideas, or level of consciousness. I'm seeing two paths that once intersected. The number 18 is coming through. This could be related to the year 2018, age 18, or the number itself might hold significance for someone. It seems like this person has been reflecting on how the two of you used to be more in sync. Maybe you dated, talked more, lived in the same area, or your life paths were just more similar back then. This person has been thinking about those times. Now they're seeing you take, or be in the process of taking, a huge leap forward in your life. This isn't just a physical shift. It's a profound shift in your spiritual consciousness. You've always been deeply spiritually aware, but now you're honing in on specific gifts or abilities that are starting to show up in the physical world. This could be a new business, a dream you're manifesting, or any other significant change in your life. Even if it's not fully visible yet, it feels like something that will continue to unfold as you focus on self-love and self-mastery. By turning your powerful energy inward and staying true to your intentions, this new beginning will naturally and effortlessly take shape. The Sun card is shining on your energy, Divine Feminine, signaling a powerful new beginning for you. The Door to Romance card is upright, positioned on the crown chakra, the most spiritual energy center, where we connect with higher forces like your higher self, the universe, or whatever you personally resonate with. This combination of spiritual energy and the Door to Romance card suggests that new love or new romantic interactions are opening up for you, ones that may not have been available to you before. This could mean someone from your past is transforming into the person who can meet you at this higher spiritual level in a romantic way, or it could be a new person entering your life. The key here is that you've shifted in such a way that you're only holding space for a true spiritual partnership, someone who will fully support you and align with this new beginning. The masculine energy coming through here, whether you're in communication or not, seems to be saying on a higher level, I want to be that partner for you. However, in the 3D world, he might not be quite aligned with that yet. but we have the yin-yang card upright, which is my top twin flame card in this deck, so this person could very well be your twin flame. This card also ties in with the restlessness I've been picking up from this person. If it's been a while since you last connected in the physical world, they're thinking about how much time has passed, yet how time feels irrelevant when it comes to their feelings for you and this connection. They've seen many people come and go in their life. The name Michael, or the letter M, is coming through, which could also represent Archangel Michael for some of you. I'm also seeing rose petals, which might indicate that this person is thinking more about you as Valentine's Day approaches, depending on when you're hearing this reading. This might resonate with some of you and could be stirring up reflections on romance, especially past relationships. I sense that you have a history with this person. For some of you, this could even be from a past life, since energetic connections don't really differentiate between lifetimes. If there's a past life connection, you'll feel that bond and familiarity as if you've known each other in this current lifetime. Even if this person hasn't come across the term twin flames, they're aware that their connection to you is something that won't fade. Only you can truly know if this is a twin flame connection, and I understand that might not apply to everyone listening. But this person clearly recognizes that your relationship has been a constant in their life. They might be into math or science, or just have a logical mindset, because they're expressing this in terms of constants and variables, like in a math equation or a science experiment. They're saying, everything else in my life has been a variable, but you have been a constant. I got chills as I said that, and it's such a powerful sentiment. They carry such deep thoughts and feelings about you. I keep sensing tension around this person's heart and throat chakras. Every time I tune into their energy, I feel it, because they want to express something emotionally, but aren't doing so. They want to say something, but hold back, and that's causing all this unexpressed emotion, thought, and energy to build up inside them. It's leading to a lot of overthinking, restlessness, and tension. This person knows that the connection you share is profound. As I was focusing on this, 4 cards flew out from the traditional tarot deck, so I'm going to take a look at those now. First, we have the Page of Cups. This suggests that this person wants to approach you, to come forward in some way, but I'm picking up on a sense of intimidation whenever I see the Door to Value card. They recognize your immense worth, Divine Feminine, and that recognition is both drawing them in and making them feel a bit overwhelmed. This person has a very compassionate, gentle spirit. I keep seeing a dog, so they might have a dog or another pet they're deeply bonded with and show a lot of love to. But when it comes to humans, they may not have many people in their life with whom they feel comfortable opening up. This masculine energy might have a nature similar to yours, Divine Feminine, someone who thinks deeply about life and feels things intensely. However, this part of them might have been suppressed by those around them or by societal expectations, particularly the programming around masculinity. They've been conditioned to shut down their emotions, and though they haven't been entirely successful in doing so, they felt pressured to keep those feelings hidden. They might be surrounded by people who are emotionally disconnected. I'm picking up on 3 specific individuals. This could be 3 friends, 3 masculine figures, or even a father figure. While this might not resonate with everyone, it's clear that this person is experiencing a spiritual awakening, whether they're ready for it or not. You, Divine Feminine, went through your awakening, but you were more open and prepared for it. This person, however, is more resistant, making their journey much tougher. It's like the divine is pushing them forward, but they've got their foot pressed hard on the brake. They carry a lot of fear about fully opening up. Psychically, I'm sensing they might have a block when it comes to accessing their intuition. They could have been raised by people who emphasized logic and dismissed the more spiritual aspects of life, or they might have grown up in a strict religious environment or a rigid family. Something about this restrictive upbringing has blocked their third eye, making it harder for them to connect with their intuition. But because of the shift you've made recently, and because of how deeply connected you both are energetically, your shift has actually triggered this person's spiritual awakening. Even though they don't feel ready for it, it's happening anyway. This energetic connection between you two is so strong that it's likely a twin flame connection. When one of you makes a positive shift, the other feels it. No matter how much time has passed or whether you're in contact. Even if it's been months or years since you last spoke, or if you've never connected in the physical world, you both deeply respond to each other's energetic changes. I see this person going through a spiritual awakening, and it's making them more open to their emotions, feelings, and intuition. But at the same time, it's scaring them. They're anxious because they can't shut down their emotions like they used to, and this is a big change for them. The number 5 keeps coming up. This could be 5 years, 5 months, or even the number 555, which symbolizes change. It's like their guides are telling them, it's time to change. While they might feel motivated to make specific changes in their life, they haven't acted on most of them yet. These changes could relate to their physical health, mental well-being, or emotional wellness. I'm picking up that this might be connected to their work. There's a masculine energy here who's feeling really unhappy in their job. Interestingly, when I used the love word scramble to channel specific words, flame, desert, and remember came up. The word flame really stood out to me as it strongly suggests a twin flame connection. It makes me think this person might have actually come across the term twin flame and started to connect it with you. This realization could be what's opening their mind to these ideas. However, if they've come across the term twin flames, they're being very secretive about it. I can almost see them wiping their search history. Maybe there's someone around them, like a romantic partner, who might feel threatened or insecure if they knew he was exploring these concepts. This masculine is quietly looking into the idea of twin flames and divine counterparts, keeping it very much under wraps. Even if you, divine feminine, haven't discussed twin flames with him, I sense he has a strong desire to ask you about it. And if you have talked about it before, he might now want to revisit that conversation. My guides want to highlight that if you, divine feminine, have been contemplating bringing up the topic of twin flames with this masculine or reaching out to him, trust your intuition on this. You might feel something holding you back, which could be a sign that he needs to come to these realizations on his own and reach out when he's ready. For twin flames, if the divine feminine tries to push or chase because she senses shifts happening with the masculine, it can stem from a place of trying to control the process. This often comes from a fear-based mindset. I'm not saying this applies to everyone, but it's important to stay aligned with your intuition. If you're thinking about reaching out after a period of silence or discussing twin flames, I suggest you meditate, connect with your inner self, and clear your energy first. Determine how you truly feel about taking these actions. If you feel clear and positive about it, then proceed. However, if there's tension or unease, that could be your intuition advising you to let him come to these realizations on his own. This will allow him to fully awaken and approach you with a balanced energy. Sometimes, when divine feminines push too hard, it can throw things off balance or leave us feeling unsettled. I don't usually give such specific guidance, but I feel this message is meant for someone who needs to hear it. When I talk about this masculine's unhappiness, I'm specifically referring to their work situation. The Four of Pentacles upright shows someone clinging tightly to a coin, representing something that's actually causing them distress. They might be stuck in a job or work environment that they dislike, but they're holding on because they fear financial instability. They might even say, "I hate this job, but it pays well." This could also apply to students who are unhappy with their course of study or anyone feeling trapped in a work situation that's not fulfilling. For some, this unhappiness might not be work-related, but could involve a relationship. They might be in a long-term partnership, business arrangement, or friendship that's tied to their finances. This could be someone they share financial responsibilities with, or a family member they're financially linked to. There's a lot of resentment here, stemming from staying in an unhealthy relationship or situation for financial security. Spirit is pushing them to confront this insecurity. By facing the unknown in the 3D world, where outcomes are uncertain, they're being guided to surrender to their deeper feelings, intuition, and heightened consciousness. Although they haven't yet made a move, there's a growing sense of momentum and change brewing beneath the surface. When it comes to you, this masculine views you as the Queen of Swords. He sees you as someone who has faced many challenges, but emerged even stronger. There's something about your sense of humour, or your way of finding light in dark times, that he truly admires. This quality is rare and special to him, something he hasn't found in others. He finds that you occupy a lot of his thoughts, to the point where he feels a strong impulse to reach out to you. If there's a way for him to communicate, whether it's through a call, text, or social media, he often feels a spontaneous urge to do so. While it might seem like impulsiveness, it's actually a deep, intuitive recognition of the strong bond he feels with you. However, with the Ten of Wands, he also views these thoughts as a burden. Sometimes, he struggles with his feelings for you because part of him wants to stay in his comfort zone, valuing his 3D security, whether financial or relational, over everything else. But your presence, your essence, and even the memory of you won't let him remain passive. This is driving a significant spiritual transformation in his life, pushing him to confront and evolve beyond his current state. Our final Rumi Oracle card, You Who Show the Way, carries two powerful messages for the Divine Feminine. First, it echoes the metaphor we saw earlier of the sun breaking through the clouds. You are shining your light, breaking down limiting beliefs and paving the way for collective growth. You are a trailblazer, helping others transcend outdated ideas and limitations. On a more personal level, this card highlights your role in guiding those close to you, especially this masculine. Whether he's a twin flame or someone else, you are leading him, and others connected to you, toward greater spiritual awareness and deeper emotional understanding. Here's a poignant quote from the Rumi Oracle Guidebook. The logical mind runs away from drowning lovers, except drowning in the sea as their destiny. The logical mind finds consolation in reaching a level of comfort in life. Lovers are focused beyond their own comfort. Rumi. This message resonates deeply with the higher self of the masculine in this reading, reflecting his journey towards embracing the profound connection he shares with you. Here's a heartfelt message inspired by Rumi. In my darkest moments, I've reached out to you as if fumbling for a candle and matches in a never-ending blackout. I am like a ship lost at sea, searching for your guiding light. I long to be closer to you, like the sea rising to the horizon. Even when I seem to return from darkness, remember, I am divine light, just as you are. I am you, a living sun. This oracle brings a special message. You are a beacon of inspiration. You may not realize how profoundly you affect those around you, but your presence is guiding and uplifting them. This is your path, your gift, living a life that fosters growth in consciousness, and through this dedication, inspiring others to embrace the loving consciousness of the Great Beloved. You embody this nature effortlessly, simply by being who you are. Just as the sun breaks through darkness with its light, so does your inner sun, your soul. You don't need to do anything with this knowledge. It's simply an acknowledgement of your essence, given freely because you are ready to receive it. As we conclude this reading, if you found it meaningful, I'd love for you to subscribe and join our wonderful community here on YouTube. You can also connect with me on Instagram at MagnetizeOfficial. Sending you all my love today. Take care, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next reading.